Yo guys, sorry you already know that today we're back playing some more Raging Loop. On the last time we had a night out. We had a choice to defeat or to kill one of Kaori's two sons. We chose incorrectly the first time because we gave ourselves away, and the second time the spider protected our victim, so nobody died last night. We had a chat with Haru about being evil or something, so I guess we're gonna team up and be evil and win, hopefully. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, now that I'm like really getting into this loop, I feel like it's going by so fast. Like so much is going on. But I'm really excited to keep it going slow. Let's not waste any time. The overall was human. Wow, we really just cut like to the feast. There isn't even any like waking up and going to the dining hall and all this sort of stuff. We literally just cut right there. That's crazy. And the spider did a good job, so no one died last night. That all fine with you all? Next feast of the Yomi Purge began with Yoshitsugu-kun saying those words. Since they couldn't let themselves relax, we all gathered in the hall early in the morning. Everyone was still on edge. Okay, and so right now, Kaori has not done anything drastic. I knew it. Taison's sentiments were shared by everyone present. Of course, everyone already knew that no one had died last night. Even so, no one was resting on their laurels. They were all hard at work thinking about what had happened next and what they'd do about it. At this point, no one's stupid enough to suggest that the wolves were just being merciful. Kazuma Kashima-san left voluntarily, so we have to try and take it positively. We can consider whether it was good or bad after this is over. We can't turn back now. Are you okay, Haru-chan? I am. Despite her words, she didn't actually seem fine yet. It didn't feel unnatural, though. I can only assume that turning to evil freed her of any misconceptions about how she had to behave. She was now free to present herself however she wished. I didn't know if it'd be good for us in the long run, but I didn't mind. Evil could look, even at defeat, with a positive spin. Consider my looping, though it wasn't something I could rely on all the time. Coming back after every defeat was one of the good things about evil. That promise was an unexpected boon for my own sanity, too. Fuseishi-san. Haru-chan is a human. What a relief. Both Oji-chan and I were human. Yeah. He was human, but you hanged him. Yeah, I still haven't come to terms with it. Anyway, Yasunagi forcefully moved the conversation along. Now we have 6 confirmed non-wolves: Haru-chan, Mochi, Hashimoto-san, Fuseishi-san, Yoshitsugu, and I. I also agree that Meiko is a badger. With that, we have 7, leaving just 5. Why? What if Oji-chan was right and the wolves are actually just making her say things to distract us? Trying to get a girl no older than 5 to say what they want seems far too risky. She could easily reveal too much. Also, she's an outsider and a little girl. Unless it's absolutely necessary, hanging her is something we shouldn't do. We have people who still can't accept that we hang Kanzo-san. It'd be even worse with her. Really? Apparently Haru-chan decided to play subtle opposition to Yasunagi-kun. With her there to annoy him, he would feel less confident in his course of action. Also, by presenting herself as a victim who'd lost her grandfather, she would never be suspected by the others. Basically, she was doing a good job. Nice, let's go. Sounds like sophistry to me, but I admit I question the guilt of this child. Perhaps instead of removing her from the list of candidates, let the people decide whether they want to vote for her. Fine by me. Do we still have the right to speak? Of course, what is it? There's only 5 left, right? Yes. Then perhaps the game would be over if the spider revealed themselves? Yeah, that was something to be wary of. Progressing based on such optimistic ideas would actually make it difficult for us. If the spider protects someone among the 5, they can vouch that the person is human too. Wolves don't attack wolves after all. You're not wrong, but that sounds a bit optimistic. Well, it's just a thought. Optimistic? I don't think I get it. Explain it to me, Yasun. Because it's not worth it for the wolves to target one of the 5 that aren't confirmed humans yet. By killing them, they would just reduce the amount of potential wolves. They should start with those who are confirmed. With the snake, monkeys, and crow revealed, they have no reason not to go for them. Exactly. After all, the spider protected Yasunagi-kun, a confirmed human. Even so, I didn't want the spider to out themselves and leave only 4 candidates. It increased the odds of the humans realizing that there were imposters among them. I thought they'd go for the unconfirmed humans because they want to get rid of the spider. Even then, there's no point in going for the unconfirmed. Even I and Haru-chan could be the spider, after all. There you have it. It probably wouldn't lead to an immediate victory. But if it actually is a situation where the spider revealing themselves reduces the unconfirmed humans to just 3, I would like him or her to do it. I feel like they should wait one more day. Because I feel like the spider speaking up in a game sense, I feel like that would just be condemning them to die tonight. That might not be what actually happens, but I feel like that is a giant risk to take. But maybe it's a risk that I guess as a collective you would make, but if you as a person want yourself to survive, you might not want to do that. But who knows? But even then, you would need 3 days to execute all the wolves, right? Right. So the spider would die for sure, right? Most likely. It's hard to expect them to out themselves in this situation. I'm sure Q-chan, for one, would never do it. Yeah, as far as the spider, I would keep it a secret. No one played the cards. Yeah, okay. You people all understand that someone can get executed even if they're innocent, I assume. The silence said it all. Of course they did. Kanzo-san had died just yesterday, after all. The peer pressure was too strong, after all. Well, if the spider was prepared to die and reveals themselves, we could create a majority. That's true. Our combined votes would lead to certain victory. Right now, it was 6 versus 6. It didn't feel right to consider Meiko as confirmed, so right now, the sides were tied. Also, the remaining 4 can be reduced to 3, correct? The wolves among the 4 know who the other wolves are, so we would know for sure who they are. We would have to watch their reactions and remain observant for other signs. Then come out already, Spider. Silence. Dumbass. The Spider didn't reveal themselves. Perhaps my assumptions were wrong and the Spider was Mamiya-san, who was just being careful not to get hanged. The Spider was wary of potential wolves among the humans, and they were absolutely right about that. In the best case scenario, we would win the day after tomorrow. If the wolves in Mako were alive for when there were 8 people left, the wolves could reveal themselves and take the badger as another vote. However, since we would lose Kaori-san after she killed the Oribe brothers, the best case scenario is probably impossible. I would have to focus on trying to hide the fact there were humans among the wolves. It'll all be over for us if they somehow determine the 3 final suspects today, hanged one of them, and the crow declared them as human tomorrow. They would immediately realize that the snake was lying. Thus, we need a situation where it took longer for the rest to be confirmed. The Spider acting cautiously worked in our favor. Of course, the Spider themselves remained a major threat to us. But still, we now had no choice but to use our nighttime skills to prevent a fixed majority. Identifying the Spider and leading people to be executed required a subtle hand during the feast. It doesn't look like we can lower the number even further, so we will have to hang one of the remaining 5. Count the child. I know it might sound annoying, but our lives are on the line here. Right, it's 6, not 5. Stand up. Mako, stand. Don't tell me what to do. Oh my gosh. Scary. She still stood up. What a good girl. She was followed by Kinosuke, Rikaku-san, Kaori-san, Tai-san, and Mamiya-san. Starting from this side, I would like you to tell us 2 things. Why we shouldn't vote for you, and who, other than yourself, do you believe is a human? Clever. Taiba, please start. I'm human, that's all I know. But, look at this, only the elders are dying. Doesn't that mean the youngins brought this corruption upon us? What? It definitely wasn't only the elders, but it did look like the spaces around her were kind of empty. That must have been especially hard to her, who'd lost both Kanzo-san and Takumi-san. Ha, big shame, huh? All the stuff's on your side of the village heads you love so much, and my old hag, all middle-aged. If you're saying that the journal woman and the brat are Yomibito, you ain't got the numbers for it. What about you? You just said you're the crow, like that's enough. The hell did you just say? Shizuku, please stop. I'm in danger of being hanged too. Can I sit now? Stand as hard on my bones. Please stand a bit longer. Yasukun, what a bad child you become. I'm sorry, I don't want any further chaos. Next. Tessa must have felt pretty cornered. She didn't have to hold such a grudge. I'm not a wolf. I swear upon my 2 sons. Do you have anything else? I had a decent opinion of Takumi Muro-san. Take that angle, huh? I haven't talked about remarrying to my sons. Seriously, Yasun? Yes, I said it was up to her. I said that he wouldn't want to hag with brats for a wife. Well, Takumi knew was the best guy left in this shitty place, but I feel weird having him for a dad. From the way he put it was safe to say he approved of the man. I would have easily accepted if he asked, but thought that approaching him myself would have seemed overbearing. I never expected things to turn out this way. If I were a wolf, I certainly wouldn't kill him first. That is all, and the person I believe is human is Hisako Mamiya-san. She's remained level-headed and has been providing our side with good advice. Thank you very much. In the end, you're just an outsider too. Kaori-san was basically implying that Tai-san, Kinosuke, and Rikaku-san, the village heads aligned, were the wolves. It was it was an emotional argument, but with the additional layer of logic she added, her idea showed merit. I'm impressed. Man, that woman sure was something. This was the same person who'd applauded when I killed Takumi-san. Nosachi-san, you're next. The reason why I should stay alive, right? I understand that you consider me to be the most unnecessary person here. However, I don't see any other good reason to hang me. Have I ever troubled you? Well, he was relatively laid back this time. He should have been more conscious of the ire his words had drawn for him. There's one thing I want to say, though. It's about what Madame Oribe said 2 days ago. What is it? Have you forgotten? When Shimi Serizawa died, you made the baseless claim that she was a wolf. Then you used it as justification to suspect Rikaku Uematsu-san, who had merely proposed the reason for her suicide. You crafted a negative interpretation of a harmless suggestion, and then directed votes against someone in a difficult position. That seems like the actions of a wolf to me. Don't you believe the village heads are crucial to surviving this situation? I was simply suspicious, even if it seems unreasonable to you. Since I'm not a wolf myself, I see your assumption as mistaken. That is all for me, and before I forget, I believe the human is Rikaku-san. Thank you very much. Wow. He was actually completely right. How would they react to that? Thank you, next. There's something I must say first. Yes? I am still 27. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, cool. I was like, I remember like not knowing how old she was. I was like, she could be like 18, she could be like 40. It was all really hard to tell. Oh, this is her reply to the idea of being middle-aged. Oh. I don't know. I feel like by anime standards, since this is a Japanese game, I feel like once you're above the age of 20, I'm pretty sure you just enter a retirement home, basically. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's like ancient. As everyone realized that, some cleared their throats awkwardly while others stifled some chuckles. The tense air dissipated a bit, but she looked as serious as ever. If this was intentional humor, I'd say she had some talent. And 27, she was still in her prime. For what Shimi had said, I'd assume she was almost 40 or something. What a shame that I'd have to kill her. Ahem. As one of the village heads, I'm fully aware of Fujiyoshi's misdeeds and his very dark past. I understand that you would consider me to be one of the conspirators behind the feast. However, I must continue fulfilling my role as the spider. Are you saying that you are the spider? As in the one who received the power of the spider? No, I refer to the Uematsu. Quit confusing us. Yeah, anyway, I was about to say. I see, continue. If you consider me an eyesore suspicious, please vote for me. Taking in your feelings is one of the spider's rules. That approach worked for Jimmy, but Rikaku-san, not so much. So, who do you think is a human? I do not believe that a single one standing is a wolf. What? Rikaku-san, I appreciate that, but even Kaori-san? She slandered you thoroughly. I understand wanting to be suspicious, and it is not truly impossible that Serizawa-sama was a wolf. But from what I see, the 5 of you seem to believe that the feast shall end if we hanged everyone standing. That would mean that either Yoshitsugu or Fusaishi-san are fake crow and snake. You'd be suspicious too, since you would have been proven innocent by a false snake. Seriously? She was saying that there are wolves among the confirmed humans, which turned the current assumption on its head. Of course, both Yasunagi-kun and Hashimoto-san were suspicious of that too, but I certainly didn't expect her of all people to bring it up now. Fusaishi-sama, I have feelings for you. That caused a stir. We've barely even talked this loop. Yeah, I do that. For some reason, she believed I was some heavenly savior sent to rescue the town from its true problems. I think we might be, honestly, because there's some underlying thing that keeps killing everybody here, and we do keep looping, so I think, in a sense, we kind of are. She'd even risk her life on that conviction. However, if you're actually a wolf, I would do as Shinai-sama says and hang you. But if it opposed her sense of right, even I would become an enemy to her. I might have taken her too lightly. Are you saying that you doubt her more than anyone else? No, it is simply my personal worst-case scenario. I have nothing more to say. I understand. Next, Mamiya-san. I would love it if the snake finally confirmed that I'm clean. I have nothing to hide, after all. But since there are people who act more suspiciously than me, the investigations and hangings will surely be directed at them first. That's why I won't insist that you investigate me. My justification this time is simply encouragement to prioritize those more suspicious than me. Another thing, if I was a wolf, I would have killed Hashimoto-san before anyone else. Her statement hit everyone with the force of a hammer. Now that is scary. I don't know if you realize this, but Hashimoto-san has been helping guide the feast, even outside of these discussions, keeping everything stable all the while. Without him, the feast would have been far more disastrous. Since I'm neither afraid, nor has he been killed, I'm no wolf. Aha, you overestimate me, but thank you for your concern. I'll make one thing clear. Hashimoto-san is an extremely huge help. Like Mamiya-san says, he's one of the main reasons why we're not just an unruly mob. I just figured that if the wolves were underestimating him, it wasn't a good idea to draw attention to their mistakes, so I kept quiet. Mamiya-san, I agree with your words, but maybe you should have kept quiet. Oh, I only said that because I thought all of you were underestimating him. I'm not. Even though you didn't give him a chance to speak and insisted on the lynching yesterday? We have our own lines that must never be crossed. That's it. That's all I need to say about that. I see. As for the people I think are human, no comment. If I decide that one of them is human, then the other 3 would be wolves, but like Uematsu said, that doesn't seem right. It's easy to present someone who might be human, but this would be basically a pointless witch hunt. I don't like it personally. Yes, neither do I. At least you're mindful of that. Thank you very much. Lastly, hey everyone, I'm hungry! And that was it, huh? So, who's shady? I believe that the 2 who didn't present a Kende as human aren't suspicious. What? Yasunaga. That seemed like a bad move to me, Yasunaga-kun. I could understand relating to the level-headed ones, but the other 3 were just following the process provided. I could also understand trying to appear objective enough to suspect even your mother, but I couldn't blame anyone for thinking he was just acting biased. I did not choose because I believe the rest were wolves. Well, you're all in on Richan, so it's not like anyone will suspect you. No, that's enough. The fact that Mochi said that right after Rikaku-san's declaration just showed how bad he wasn't reading the mood. It was awkward for everyone, human or wolf. Anyone else have anything to say? If not, I would like to start the vote. You sure are in a hurry. I simply do not believe there's anything left worth discussing. We should just do what needs to be done. You seem to be treating this pretty lightly. No, I'm simply ready to take responsibility for any deaths I cause. So that was his braid of righteousness this time, huh? Everyone. I do not want to bring outside values into this, but making a high school student bear such a burden is normally considered cruel. What else can we do? Leave it to you, the eldest confirmed human, or Fusaishi-san? I see. Then Fusaishi-kun? Yes? Would you like to take charge of the feast? I thought that the role was entrusted to Yasunaga-kun yesterday, and I have accepted it. However, I don't intend to take complete control over the feast. I'm not Kanzo-san. Yeah, Nichan's different. If you can be sufficiently responsible about it, then yes, I don't mind giving this role to Fusaishi-san or Hachimoto-san. They seem a lot wiser than I am. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a good job. It's just hard for you to fight adults, right? And I'm actually prioritizing my own survival above all else. No one would believe me if I claimed to take responsibility here. Now him, a man who struggled in life, found a place here, and bears the burden of the snake, a role that measures lives, would be far more convincing. What do you say, everyone? Kanchan gave the job to Yasukun, Yamawaki-sama, but I believe Fusaishi-sama would judge us fairly. Don't you suspect that he might be a wolf? Kamoshida-sama, I never said that. I merely said that I was prepared for it. I don't like it. Tatsan, that wasn't a good move. She was helping you out here. I don't care what the old hag thinks, but Aniki should be leading this shit. My son is still young, while Fusaishi-san seems to be well adjusted. Agreed, he'd be a lot better at taking charge. I also think it should be him. Fuseishi-san was against hanging Oji-chan. I don't get it, so screw it. I don't understand where he's going with this, but I trust Hashimoto-san's judgment. Fuseishi-san's a dummy. Why? Only 2, no 3 are against it. Seems like you have a lot of support here, Fuseishi-kun. This wasn't the time to worry about Tai-san. We're counting on you. Ugh, nonsense. Kinosuke-shi was probably right. The leader of the feast had no special rights. Their vote held no weight over anyone else's, and like Yasunaga-kun said, it was a heavy burden to carry. Everyone's eyes were on the one at the top, and if there was some cause for concern, they would readily tear them apart for it. Basically, this was just a very well-intentioned trap. Alright. Thus, I would take the bait. I was evil after all. I would take control of the feast and play the hero, yet so chaos like the villain I was. I couldn't fail with my partner evil watching me after all. Though, all we can do right now is vote. If you want to call off the feast, though, well, I now realize that's pointless. Very well, I don't want to make Rikaku-san do it every time, so I would be the one writing down this time. Do you know how to use a writing brush? I haven't touched one since elementary school, but I'm sure I can make it somewhat readable. My hands are restless, you see. I was tempted to act like a chief secretary, but passed when I realized they probably wouldn't get it. Before that, who will you investigate tonight? One of the 6 standing. Any reason you're not saying which one? To make sure the wolves don't get to them before I do. The wolves don't want there to be more confirmed humans, after all. I see. I would twist logic into knots if that's what it took for an advantage. I'll start writing, so let's just begin. Yeah, I don't know who's going to get voted out here. Hashimoto-san, keep an eye out in case there's something wrong with the records. Alright. From the eldest? One for Yoshisuke Oribe. Hey, just so you know, I can't lose this vote. Oh, you got any idea how shitty you look right now? Hang me then. I'm saying that for your sake, damn it. What a rotten old hag. You youngers are the rotten ones. Alright, I think she might be the one getting hung right now. Shut up, you two. I'll kill you. Huh? How rough. I'm kidding. Such poor taste. The joke was meant to shut people up, you know? Feel free to give a few words along with your vote and comment on them if you want, but don't waste time bickering. I'll deal with disorder appropriately. Choose your words carefully. If you want to fight, take it outside. If you kill anyone in the process, you'll regret it. We're talking about killing someone here. Keep that in mind next time you speak. Sounds like there's a deeper meaning to what you said. And you're more than meets the eye. If anyone else has objections to how things are going, please speak now. Please do not say that you will kill someone. Very well. Now, Kaori-san. It's Yamawaki-san, because I sincerely believe that Yoshitsugu is the real crow. Nasato-san. Lady Yamawaki. Unfortunately, it appears the elders of Yasumizu lose the ability to cooperate whenever peace comes. I agree with Fuseishi-kun that there must be an order and... Leave it at that, please. I'm sorry. Yasunaga Oribe-kun, you're next. Yamawaki-san. You people. You have more than half the chance to pick a wolf, even when you pick at random. This is fine. A third vote for Yamawaki-san. Mochi, you're next. Mami Kaori, I guess. She's not acting like herself right now. Ooh. There's no way our hag's a wolf. I suppose trying to think things through was a mistake. Please don't take your grudges from the votes outside of the feast. Next, Yoshitsugu-kun. Obviously, Yamawaki, the old hag. 4 votes, she's in the lead. Next, Haru-chan. 1 for Kaori-san. Ooh. What a power move from Haru-chan. If she was a wolf, she would have already poisoned the food and killed everyone, even if it meant being killed by the corruption. He really knew her well. That's just a maybe, isn't it? Why are you talking like it's confirmed? You're the one who killed Oji-chan just because he got mad. You could have objected to it when he was still alive. Even he might have changed his mind if his granddaughter asked him to. Not everyone can say whatever they want, whenever they want. Stop it, you two. I was worried that this would continue after the feast. If you ask me, Haru-chan has a point, not everyone can say or do the perfect thing when it counts. But the feast demands that we do our best. Our decisions and actions are directly related to the results from the voting. Unfortunately, what Kanzu-san did yesterday was unacceptable to most people. It's best to consider that the case of what happened to him. It's awful, but there are heavy responsibilities involving your behavior here. Keep that in mind. Also, please avoid accusing others of biases. Think for yourselves instead. Rikaku-san, you're next. 1 for Mako. Now this I didn't expect. Mako is most likely the badger. She's the only one here who's obviously working against us. With no one else being an obvious threat, I believe I should prepare to get rid of her just in case. I hate you! You're next, Mako-chan. Fusayuki-san! If this wasn't a serious subject, I'd have fallen to my knees in exasperation. She didn't change even in this situation. It probably didn't matter to her at all. She'd have seen me as an enemy regardless. Though maybe fighting the badger wasn't so bad. It reinforced the idea that I wasn't a wolf. I'm next. I had to use the voting order to my advantage here. 1 for Mako. Huh? Why was she shocked? We can laugh it off now, but if she voted for me when I had multiple votes, my life would be in danger. Next? Oh, sorry. He voted for Mako. I thought he was just counting. I thought somebody else had. Silly me. I thought we were about to get a choice of who to vote for, but I was like, I don't think we should. I think there should be too many votes for Yamawaki. There was another reason for my choice. We had 2 voters left. Tai-san was current top with 4. Then Kaori-san and Mako were tied for second with 2. If Mami-san and Hashimoto-san joined forces, they could bring either of them to 4 and take it to a final vote. By forcing them to make this choice, I would crush their ability to remain neutral. Also, I was pretty sure at this point that Tai-san would die. As I was the current leader of the feast, I would be given the role of pushing her off the hanging pine. If I voted for her, she would hold a grudge, making the whole process a bit harder. Show me the votes so far. Here. Hashimoto-san, which of these do you think is most suspicious? Yamawaki-san, Oribe-san, or Meiko-chan? Shouldn't you vote by yourself? I didn't get any votes this time, but I'm still not confirmed to be human, so I want to give it to you, a monkey. Well, I hope that makes you more trustworthy. I'll say it then. I'll vote for Fuseishi-kun. Everyone was shocked. Can I have a reason? I don't have one yet. Huh? I'm a bit suspicious of you, but my foundation for that is very weak at this point. Uh-oh. I don't have enough reason to truly suspect you. I'll mention it once that changes. Okay. Was that a bluff, or... No point voting like I did, huh? Are you sure? We have a result now. It's a result of other people's votes. Alright, well, it'd look bad if I went back my statement, so like I said, I'll vote the same way as you. Oh, also, I fully agree with letting Fuseishi-kun be in charge. He even said we should be responsible for what we say and do. An excellent leader. Thanks. 2 votes for me. Yes. The results are in. Tai Yamawaki has the most votes of 4, meaning she will be hanged. Yasumizu is truly damned now. No, it was your attitude that damned you. Though, I would end Yasumizu anyway. Alright. Do your job as a snake. As I held the rope, she told me that. Certainly. I'd work as a fake snake, though. I gave her the usual rise-not spiel and pushed her. The moment she fell, she let out a sharp sound like a tearing cloth. No! Of course she would. No one wanted to die. Yasumizu people, old people, no one at all. Perhaps she wasn't as prepared for this as she was last time. Yep. The tense rope seemed to shake from her struggling longer than last time. And then, Tai Yamawaki died. One more down. I don't need food today. That was what he said after the feast ended. Why? I suspected Mami Kaori, so it'd be kind of awkward. It really didn't seem that way. He said that with Kaori-san nearby, and with a full smile at that. I don't mind. It's important to suspect everyone. Thanks, but I've already decided. I'll have some tomorrow, though. Sorry, Mami Kaori. Bye. Wait, where are you going? To the door. It's dangerous in the mist. About that. If there really was something there, I think something might have already happened when we went back to our rooms in the evening. That's true. It's not like there's a law that says we should all spend the day together. I'm not worried either. What? Then I shall go back too. I'm not wasting time here. What an ominous line. Though I do think we should be in a group. After all, other people might start to worry that you'll use this to do something. Oh, so it's possible that I'll attack someone. I'm glad you understand. Okay then, bye-bye. He pranced into the mist. Oh dear, he has me beat. I'm sorry, Mochi is the kind of person who doesn't care if you bother someone. Nasat-sama, you should be more adult about this. Oh, yes, of course, haha. I'm not hungry either, bye. Oh, crap. Haru-chan? Wait, were you even listening? People protested, but no one jumped out to stop her, so she ended up running away. This wasn't her just distancing herself from Kaori-san. This was the breaking up of the high school trio. Mochi was no longer comfortable around Yasunagi-kun or Haru-chan. I didn't know which. Either way, they were through. And Haru-chan was still awkward about what she told Yasunagi-kun at the feast, or at least acted like it. Don't mind it. Unless they're hiding something, they're going to apologize later. Yes, Yoshitsugu, can you help me? Huh? What a bother. Screw it, I'll do it. Fuseishi-san, can you go check on them? I can do that too. It's not a good time, Yasunaga. Oh? Sure, I'll do it. I'm worried if we end up leaving Kaori alone with her 2 sons. I feel like that might not end well. I accepted it, then waited a moment for any objectives, only to get none. Last time, Takumi-san had said that the snake shouldn't go outside. Did they just not think about that at all, or had I already lost everyone's trust? Tell them to not worry about this too much. Alright, Rikako-san, I'm going out for a second to try and be a responsible adult. This is not fair. Huh, sorry. No. I didn't really know what she meant by not fair, but now I was even more confused. Children are not fair. They're worried about even if they do whatever they like. What a simple emotion. Hearing that made me kind of worried about you. Really? Well, my heart is throbbing quite wildly right now. Are you okay? Should I give you a massage? No, it went away just now. How can you behave like that in this situation? I'm going. The order of things had begun to crumble. What is happening? I took some items from the prefab and went to the dorm. Okay. Standing in front of Haru-chan's room, I knocked on her door. Who's there? Fuseishi. She opened the door. What do you want? She sounded moody, but there was none of the harshness from before. It felt more like she was perplexed. She was probably thinking that I might have come here as a wolf. I was going to say something, but seeing your outfit caused my mind to go blank. What about it? This is what I wear inside my room. I figured no one wore this kind of thing since the war. Oh, I just remember that Yasumizu people frequently survived on hand-me-downs. This was probably from someone else here. It was the exact opposite of her usual weird fashion, but it was strangely fitting. It was probably her face. It went well with distinctly Japanese fashion, no matter the era. Anyway, here, eat up. What's this? In my hands, I had orange boxes of food, the same kind Chammy had given me the first time. They're like cookies. They're easier on your stomach. Take 3. Oh, I've never tried these. Thanks. You're hungry, right? You shouldn't force yourself. But it's awkward. Yeah, I understand. I'll apologize to Kaori-san later. And to Yasunagi-kun tomorrow? Yeah, anyway, see you. She closed the door. You're sharing with me too, right? Oh, I turned around but didn't see anyone. I'm over here. He sure was. His face was outside the railing on the second floor, almost right next to my feet. Huh? You jumped from the first floor? Like I could. I just grabbed one from the staircase and climbed my way over. Wow, are you a monkey? But I can't get down or up. What are you doing? Help me, Hassan. I went down to the first floor, waited until he let go and caught him. He was pretty light for a guy, so this wasn't a challenge. Made you blush, didn't I? Well, he did look like a small cute girl, but I'd seen something I'd rather not while I was looking upward, so he really didn't. We're not going to address that. What are you doing, fishing for laughs? No, I just thought you would spill the beans. Huh? I think that Haruchan is the type of girl to go on the offensive like that. I know this is the whole thing with her grandpa, but it's weird to make it Yasin's fault, right? Was she just redirecting her frustration with her grandpa at him? But that'd be weird too. The Haruchan I knew wouldn't say anything that'd make it seem like she's blaming him. She'd just shrug it off. That's why I thought that you might have done something to her. What do you think? No way. Well, actually, it was hard to say that I didn't. What the hell was up with this guy's intuition? I just came here to scold you guys a bit and give you some food. Oh yeah, gimme. I did that and he instantly opened it. Oh, sweet, huh? Whoa, it's sweet but really good. I love it, Hassan. Don't force yourself if you're that hungry. I just thought it was in danger of being poisoned. Kari-san wouldn't do that. I feel like it would have already happened if someone wasn't there to stop her. What are you getting at? Can you go a minute without making weird assumptions? I do think that Mommy Kari is a wolf. If I said that with everyone around, everyone would just think I'm a bother, right? That's why I'm saying it to just you. So you trust me? Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't do anything that earned you the corruption, right? I feel like you're hinting at something with every sentence you say. If you really are, let me just tell you that that's not getting across. Really? Human society sure is difficult. What a child of the wild thing to say. Anyway, eat up, shelter, and sleep. And apologize to Kaori-san tomorrow. If I feel like it. Anyway, it's early but good night. Hassan? Are you in Haruchan Wolves? Yo, how does he know so much? I couldn't let that question trip me up. Oh, it's fine. I don't care if you are or not, or if I'll die or not. I just had a hunch that she grew stronger thanks to teaming up with someone. What they're after might be a good thing or a bad thing, though. But if it makes her happy, I'm okay with that. Hey, why are you acting like that's true? Huh, it isn't? Why are you suspecting me? Of course it isn't. There's no reason. I'm just thinking aloud. Be more confident. I really couldn't. You know how you have to show your work at school? Well, I get a lot of answers right, but if I don't show my work, I don't get credit. I really don't understand proof or whatever. I just know things. So, well, I could be wrong, but I really don't care. I've never tried killing anyone, but from what I saw in the hangings, it really didn't seem all that fun or interesting. I want Yasun to survive and become happy, but that's probably impossible. Yeah, Kaori-san was a wolf after all. So, yeah. I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. Do your best, Hassan. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks, Hassan. Leave some of these on my grave. He tore off another aluminum package, all smiles. Whoa. I was not ready for that. After that, I left the dorm. Moshi knew. There was no logic behind it. He just knew. Despite that, he said he wouldn't do anything. That was a lie. He'd already voted for Kaori-san, so he was definitely following his intuition. He'd probably vote for me at some point just because I seemed kind of shady. However, like he just said, no one would take his baseless accusations seriously. Even so, a vote was a vote. I was getting more and more of them. Would I survive? Don't become. I don't know. What does she mean by that? I really didn't understand. Me neither. But it is nighttime, and we are going to do this on the next time. So, who are we going to end up killing? Is Kaori going to go crazy? Is the spider going to successfully protect someone yet again? How are we going to make our way through this loop? All these questions and more should be answered in the future. So hopefully you are enjoying, looking forward to more. If so, let me know. But I'll see you next time. So till then, peace out.